Hi there, boys and girls. Welcome back for another phonics lesson. Today we are going to be learning a new sound, and that is the letters TCH. Now, TCH is oftentimes found at the end of a word, like in our poster we see here, watch. Now, TCH is special because we've kind of learned this sound already when we were learning about digraphs. So we learned that the digraph CH, right? We know that that's two letters that stick together to make the ch sound, like what you hear in the word chair. However, when the T comes before the CH, we're going to see this oftentimes at the end of words, and it's going to make that same ch sound. We are not going to hear the T in the beginning of it. So the T is what we call a silent T. So when you see TCH at the end of a word, it's just going to say ch. Let's review our little poster that we have here. We say TCH, watch, ch. Repeat, TCH, watch, ch. So let's take a look at some other examples that have that TCH at the end of the word. As always, I want you to try and come up with your own examples, but I already have some that we're going to review first. So let's take a look at our first example that we have here. It is a picture of a little chick coming out, and we call that hatch. Hatch is our first word. So let's sound that out together. We know that H says h, short A says a, TCH says ch. Let's sound that out. Ch. Hatch is our first example. Hatch. Let's try another one. You might see this during Halloween, right? If someone is a pirate, they might wear a patch, an eye patch. So let's sound that out together. We know that P says p, short A says a, TCH says ch. Now let's sound that out. P, a, ch. Patch. Now I have my same one that I had in my poster, but let's review it because this one is a little bit funny. The word is watch. We use a watch to tell time. We know that W says w, short A says a, TCH says ch. However, let's sound that out. W, a, ch. Watch? Not quite. So in this example of the word watch, the short A is going to sound a little bit more like a short O. Why? I can't tell you, but sometimes our language is funny. But know that this word is a little special, and it's going to read the word watch. Watch. Let's try another ATCH word, and that is the word catch. Catch. We know that C says k, short A says a, TCH says ch. Sound that out with me. K, a, ch. Catch. Catch. Let's go into some more examples. This time it's not going to have an A before, it's going to have our short I. So this is something that a dog may do. It has an itch. You might see your dog or pet scratching themselves, and we call that an itch. Let's sound that out. We know short I says I, TCH says ch. Sound it out. Itch, itch, itch. Another one you might see during the times of Halloween if you celebrate, and it is a girl dressed up as a witch. Let's say that, witch. We know that W says w, short I says I, TCH says ch. Sound it, w, I, ch. Blend it, witch, witch. Another example with our short I, and that is stitch. What you do if you are sewing, stitch. We know that ST says st, short I says I, TCH says ch. Sound that out. St, ich. Blend it. Stitch, stitch. Now we're going to go into examples with our short E. First one we have a picture of. We talked a little bit about this when we were learning about the story of the dot. What you can do is draw a sketch. This is our first word, sketch, with the E, TCH. We know that SK says sk, short E says eh, TCH says ch. Sound that out with me. Sk, eh, ch. Blend it. Sketch, sketch. You might do this when you're in gym class, right? So that you don't hurt your body, you need to stretch. Stretch is our word. We know that STR says stir, short E says eh, TCH says ch. Sound it out with me. Stir, eh, ch. Blend it. Stretch, stretch. And our last example that we'll do together for today is a UTCH. So we're going to have our short U in this example. Now this, I don't know if you've ever seen one before, but if someone hurts themselves and breaks a leg, they might need a crutch to help them get around. So that is what you're seeing in this picture here. So let's sound it out. Crutch. We know that CR says cur, short U says TCH says ch. Sound it out with me. Cur, ch. Blend it. Crutch, crutch. So these are just some of many examples. However, I want you to always try and come up with your own examples that have that TCH at the end of the word. And when you're reading stories, I want you to try and find those TCH words in the stories that you read. So when you come across it, you will no longer get stuck, because TCH is going to make our CH sound. And let's review our poster one last time. We say TCH, watch, ch. Repeat. TCH, watch, ch. And that is our new phonics sound. Thanks for watching, boys and girls. I hope you found it helpful. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. I will see you next time. Bye.